Hey! Cardano has a huge opportunity right now to become a serious home for zero-knowledge application. But today, the infrastructure is still missing. Zero-knowledge proofs allow users to prove something is true without revealing private information. You could vote in a DAO without exposing your vote, prove you belong to a group without revealing who you are, access financial products without revealing your full transaction history, or verify complex computations in a blockchain without running them directly on-chain. This is already possible in other ecosystems, but on Cardano, developers still lack many of the tools they need. That's the gap we want to close with CK Library. Our proposal brings 4 key pieces of infrastructure for Cardano: a Plonk verifier in Icon, extensions to our existing Icon CK library, a Cardano implementation of Semaphore for anonymous group signaling, and a RISC-0 integration so developers can run computations off-chain and verify them on Cardano. Everything will be open source, developer ready, and designed so more teams can build identity, privacy, compliance, and scalability applications on Cardano. And we're not starting from zero. At Eryx, we have already built the CK Bridge, Icon CK, CK Login, and Proof of Innocence on Cardano. We have also worked on advanced CK infrastructures with teams like Nethermind, including GPU implementations of cutting-edge proving systems. We are a workaround cooperative of mathematicians, PhDs, cryptographers, and engineers with 15 years of experience solving complex technical problems. Cardano needs production-grade CK tools. We have the team, we have the experience, and we have the commitment to build them. Vote for CK Library on the Cardano 2026 budget and help bring world-class zero-knowledge infrastructure to Cardano.
Cardano is entering a new phase. Stablecoins are launching. Real-world assets are coming on-chain. The ecosystem is growing from speculation toward real financial utility. But here's the question nobody's asking yet. How do users sign these new assets securely? Every new token type, every new transaction format needs hardware wallet support. Without it, your most secure signing path doesn't work for the things Cardano is building next. Behind every hardware wallet transaction on Cardano is a stack of code. The Cardano app on your ledger, the Trezor integration, a command line tool called Cardano HWCLI, interoperability libraries that every major wallet depends on. This is the plumbing. It's not glamorous, but nothing works without it. We're not waiting to be asked. Right now, VacuumLabs is adding hardware wallet support for upcoming token types. When these products launch, users will be able to sign securely from day one because we built the support before they needed it, not after something broke. VacuumLabs has maintained this layer since 2018. We built the original Ledger and Trezor integrations for Cardano. We shipped through every major upgrade, including Chain. We've been funded through Catalyze 6 times. We're not proposing to learn this, we wrote it. We're asking for 12 months of funding to keep Cardano's hardware wallet layer secure, compatible, and ready for what's next.
Hello, my name is Tevo, and I'm pitching Governance Coalition for Cardano. Proposal name, Governance Prototype and RFP Program. Here's the problem. The people who actually understand Cardano governance are burning out and stepping away. At the same time, the top 10 D-reps hold nearly half of all voting power. So, we have fewer voices in the room, and the voices that remain are heavily concentrated. That is a serious risk for a system that calls itself decentralized. What we are building is a coalition of facilitators that turns beyond MVG recommendation into shipped governance change. We run transparent grant cycle, fund small governance experiments, and report against one clear KPI. Does voting power become less concentrated? The impact. Experienced contributors stay engaged because their work visibly closes the loop into recommendations, into CIPs, into on-chain change. And every funded experiment is charged on proof of delivery, not promise. Why us? We are capable and innovative. We are proposing a coalition of coordinators and advisors named publicly who steer the work. Coordinators run the cycles. We also fund the tools we need for open, accessible data on proposals and for proposers. Fund the coalition, charge us on what we ship. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Julian, the marketing director at ChainPort, and we've been on Cardano mainnet since November 2022. This is a quick pitch for Project Janus. As you probably know, every cross-chain bridge for Cardano right now, including ours, relies on a small group of trusted operators to authorize asset releases. ChainPort uses Fireblocks MPC with Fireblocks and Gnosis Vaults, which is strong against external attacks but still permissioned. And if Cardano wants to host serious DeFi and real-world assets, that trust assumption has to go. There's also a second gap. Cardano doesn't have generalized cross-chain messaging today, which means a Cardano smart contract can call a function on Ethereum. So cross-chain DeFi and RWA flows just don't work the way they need to. That's what Janus fixes. 3 pieces. First, a decentralized verified network. It replaces our federated signing with a stake-weight quorum of Cardano SPOs, plus methyl certificates that tie outbound verification back to Ouroboros itself. Second, an open cross-chain token standard. A single canonical Plutus policy means no more bridge-specific wrap tokens splitting liquidity across the ecosystem. And third, a mailbox layer for messaging, so Cardano contracts can call functions on EVM chains. That opens cross-chain governance and RWA synchronization for real. The DBN and the CCT standard get published as open Cardano CIPs, and governance moves to a DAO treasury. There's no follow-up treasury withdrawals. On why us? Well, ChainPort's been live on Cardano since November 22, as I said. Currently, we hold 98% of bridge assets in Fireblocks and Gnosis Vaults cold storage, and we've been audited many times by TrilobBits, Certix, CyberUnix, Zokyo, and others. Currently, we run 27 chains on production. So Janus isn't a greenfield project for us. It's the team that already secures Cardano assets, the centralized infrastructure they've been running since a long time. Much lower delivery risk than building from scratch. The full proposal is on Hydra, and we'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks for taking the time.
Look at this room. There is an unbelievable amount of energy in Africa right now. So many young people are getting genuinely excited about Cardano. They want to get involved. Over the years, there have been many ways to get a little bit of money through small grants or microfunding. But we see the exact same thing happen over and over again. Newcomers come into the ecosystem, they win a hackathon, or they get that initial catalyst spark, and then they stall. The community isn't there to support them all the way to a finished product, so these incredible ideas just fizzle away. That's where the CATS 2026 hackathon was completely different. We did something a little different. We disrupted the traditional tech hackathon narrative. For the hackathon, we intentionally focused less on the raw code and more on the actual ideas. We forced these teams to look at their own backyards and figure out the real, painful problems their local communities are trying to solve every single day. Because if you build a perfect smart contract for a problem nobody actually has, you've built nothing. But now we have the momentum. We have the problems mapped out. And that is exactly why this incubator proposal is so critical. This is the what's next. This is the follow-up. For 989,901 ADA, we are taking those raw, validated community solutions and putting them through a relentless 12-month technical pipeline. We aren't just funding more workshops. We are taking 20+ core project teams and giving them the hard technical mentorship they need to turn those ideas into functional, open-source MVPs on Cardano. We've put our money where our mouth is, too. We cut our own administrative and reporting overhead to the bone so we could push 107,692 ADA directly into the hands of the builders through prototype development grants. By the time this program concludes, you won't just see a report. You will see a minimum of 20 public GitHub repositories with compiled validator code and at least 3 formal enterprise pilot agreements in high-impact sectors like agritech and identity. We are building permanent, verifiable, on-chain utility. We've built the excitement. We've captured the momentum. Now, help us build the products. Vote yes on Catalyze Africa. Let's finish what we started.
I'm Emmanuel Titi, developer advocates and software engineer based in Nairobi, working with 3 Lovelaces. So as of this recording, both Ethereum and Solana have over 30 MCP servers. Cardano has a few early projects, but nothing with live chain access so far, meaning no UTXO queries, no data decoding, no governance information access. So when a developer tries to build on Cardano using an AI agent, they get wrong answers and probably get stuck. And most of them, of course, will move on quietly and permanently. We built Cardano MCP to fix exactly that. It's a working prototype already on GitHub. We're taking it to 54 production grade tools across 6 modules. That is a querying layer, transaction building, tokens, smart contracts, indexing, and a governance workbench for 1694. The governance module is what we are really excited about. 26 tools built around how a direct actually works. That is reading proposal, tracking votes, seeing what expires this epoch, drafting rational documents, stuff that would usually take hours. We want to cut that time to about a few minutes. So the budget we're asking for is 339,000 ADA. Lido Nation and 2 Lovelaces will be in charge of building and distributing the tool. DRIP voting starts on May 26th. On the Intersect Hydra voting platform. You can find the proposal, review it, and cast your votes. Cardano's developer future is on the ballot.